Welcome back, my friends, to What If series, and welcome back to another tournament. We are in Millennium Ritual time. Then now it is time to get rid of all the Millennium items, because they have long overdue stayed their welcome. And we have some opening lore before even our 25 contestants are revealed. Here we go. With all the recent occurrences and odd behavior coming from his Millennium necklace, Li Go had gotten frustrated with it and its failure to protect anything useful in a timely manner. Because of that, he contacted Shadi and Agami and had them return to join him and Sarah for a ritual to see if they can figure out what's going on inside of it. However, as the family enacted this ritual, something went wrong and the necklace cracked and unleashed a wave of golden magic throughout the lands, affecting every Millennium item no matter their location, even the long-lost Millennium Ring. From these cracked items arose the spirits within them, malicious and powerful beings that had been sealed away by Yami Justice many years ago to keep them from causing trouble to the human world. Now, our cast must make sure they do not make up for lost time by ruining this world as revenge. Pretty good, and now we will get on to, first off, Nightshroud's 5. His 5 begins with this. Spike. Spike was trying to sleep things off for the day after the major fiasco that happened earlier. Unfortunately, seeing a bunch of spirits now causing trouble due to shenanigans with the Millennium items with the Millennium items, and now, the isn't supposed to be there. Okay. And now, seeing Centurion Lich involved again for some reason, Spike and buddies have got to do something about it. Though the little fella is anime sweat dropping when Yami Justice is patting him on the head. Meanwhile, Spike's buddies, like the Young Six, helping, albeit not on screen due to character limits. RIP. I know, that's usually what happens, because it's in their name, Young Six. That's already too many. Christopher Shadow. He returns. Chris was nearby after talking with Lee on stuff. Actually, Chris is kind of drawing a blank much on what he and Spike and pals are doing at the moment. Since Nightshroud is groggily typing out lore in the morning since he got off work. Oof. He was hoping some nice fourth wall break. He was hoping Spike could rest up. Unfortunately, Lee had done goofed. And now a bunch of spirits are running around and messing stuff up. And Yami Justice's Thunder Dragons are just acting goofy around Chris. Centurion Lich. He returns again. Back at it again. What is falling into place this time? Spike and the others feared some important stuff got taken during the Dark Signers attack. Now Lich is after the Millennium items? Or is he here just to make things worse? And Lich might take a bit in figuring out how to upgrade his deck. Octavia. It was pretty bad. It looks like Octavia took something from the chaos during the Dark Signers. But is she here to yoink the Millennium items? Or is she just being grumpy here while with the Centurion Lich? Doesn't help someone that is involved with Octavia is barging in and is going to make a mess about it. With Jack's Dual Runner, what a coincidence since Octavia recently stole Crow's Dual Runner after out-emoing him. What is with you and saying that they're out-emoing the others? Wow, you really want them to be emo, don't you? Luna, his brand new character, appears to be a hellhound from another world. She is really rude and aggressive, but just so funny to watch and sassy. She has a human form, but often turns to her real form in duels. Though those who duel her are lucky, since sometimes she just skips dueling and goes straight to beating them up badly. This is not allowed in this world. She is completely banned from this world. I'm sorry, Nightshroud. She appears to be hunting down a particular demon goth owl gal. Oh my gosh, that was a lot. A particular demon goth owl gal. How now, brown cow? How now, brown cow? Aiming to bring her back at all costs, and she even seems concerned for her. Seems like something is up back at their world. Now she just shows up unannounced during this little mess with the Millennium Item spirits and had already punched someone. Whoops. And why on earth is she riding Jack's Duel Runner? Did she yoink it? Well, that's their 5. And now we're on to Mitchell Slaughter's 5. Chiaki returns, and she has a new pick, actually. There she is. Chiaki was praying to the pantheon that the monks at Chiyu Temple worship, when something causes her Millennium scales to light up, and then energy explodes out of them. An evil female spirit emerges from the smoke. It attacks Chiaki before fleeing. Chiaki gives chase, and it leads her to a place that another evil spirit is leading Manon Breeze to. Manon was practicing idol stuff with Alice Uriel and Forlani when her Millennium her Millennium Rod lit up and energy exploded out of it. A spirit resembling a cat came out of it and started trying to destroy everything. It then led Manon away from the concert stage. She then notices that she and the destructive spirit are approaching Chiaki. Chat Noir, a highly destructive cat-like spirit that emerged from the Millennium Rod. Manon finds herself struggling to keep him from destroying everything in sight. She chases him, and he leads her right to Chiaki. He explains to Manon and Chiaki that this cat creature is just the form he chose to take, brought on by the Breezes family's love of cats. He also speaks with a French accent. Other Millennium Item wielders begin to arrive in the area, accompanied by spirits that likely emerge from the other items. Using cards he took from the Breezes, Chat Noir builds a beast deck that is both cute and highly destructive to duel with. The other spirits and wielders in the area. Now the creepiest pick, Malachi. This is the scale spirit. So we've had the rod spirit, now we're looking at a scale spirit. An evil female spirit of chaos that emerged from Chiaki's Millennium scales. Chiaki doesn't know what Malachi wants, but after the spirit attacks her, Chiaki chases it and is led to Manon and another evil spirit. Salem Crystal. This guy looks like he's from a familiar anime. I just can't tell where. He looks familiar. He looks like a Bungo Stray Dogs character almost. A witch doctor who was the husband of Carapathia Crystal and father of Sabrina Crystal. Really? He's husband to Carapathia? Okay. Though he mainly uses his voodoo witch doctor magic for healing. Yes, I can tell by the deck he uses. His wife was concerned about all these evil spirits suddenly appearing and asked him to go help the others try to contain them. His deck, naturally, is all about healing. And that is Mitchell's 5. Now on to my 5. Returning, probably for the very final time, Mac's eyes restrict. Many believed he was locked away with the Eye in the dream world after he was defeated, or wondered if he was even real to begin with. But he was. You see, it turns out he is in fact the spirit hidden within the Millennium Eye. He also snatched and absorbed the power of the demon that was controlling the Millennium Ring from Lenny Moon. He obviously went into Lenny's dreams, took it, and then obviously Lenny never showed again. And then the spirit that was in the ring, his power was absorbed very much like Relinquished or Thousand Eyes Restrict would do, and he absorbs them. So he has the ring and the eye. So he's technically the eye spirit. We'll never know who the ring spirit is. I think that's more fascinating, that we don't know what they actually look like. That is more fun to me than just showing them off. Plus, I didn't want to make another deck. But still, that was my main point stands. Max Pegasus, or Masked Max Pegasus, he's still in his emo phase, knew all along the spirit of the eye was real and successfully did away with him during GX, of course, as we know. Now the spirit is back to haunt Max once again. Max and the Pegasus family. Max briefly will align with our heroes to seal the spirits. Alright, so he'll briefly help us even though he's in his emo phase. Shoddy returns for the first time since DSOD. For the first time since the original last DM tournament. Proud of what Lee has become since DM. Will do all he can to help him seal these wicked tokens of ancient times. I really have nothing else for him other than he's very reformed now. He's not nearly evil like he was in the past. He's also a much better duelist than he was back then because he was trash. Igami. Now, this is a guy y'all gotta watch out for. Understands what he must do to rid the world of these trinkets for good. Proud of his brother and family for their unity in a time of trials. And can't have Max without his dad, Maximilian Pegasus. Maximilian Pegasus hopes his son will grow out of his emo phase. Is here for support and to assist our heroes, but mostly out here for Max's best interest. Don't worry, Maxie boy, I got you. Nah, he's gonna do his best. Of course, he's using his dead wife's deck, Cecilia's Tunes. Now we're on to Legos 5. Lee go. Lee was shocked by the arrival of the item's spirits, as the ritual was only meant to allow them to gaze into the Millennium necklace and see its inner workings. He isn't sure what went wrong to cause this, but has no intention of letting them do whatever they want in this world. Lee has a plan to fix this. However, he's noticed that despite seemingly being free, each of the spirits is still tethered to their respective item, and that's keeping them from their full power. So that means if they get rid of these items in the right way, the spirits will be forced to go away too. However, this has the downside that if it isn't done in the exact way it needs to be, the spirits will be completely free and at their full power, and we cannot allow that. Sarah, we haven't seen her since early to mid GX, I think. No, she may have been late GX. Sarah feels she may be responsible for the ritual being messed up and the item spirits being unleashed. She had accidentally used the wrong incantation, you rookie, during it, but it doesn't seem like the others didn't notice due to being distracted by the necklace's spirit. Mystery being unleashed now. Sarah is desperate to redeem herself and show she's just as skilled and knowledgeable as the rest of her family. Brenda Mook, and she has a new face. Older Brenda Mook. Ever since graduating from Duel Academy, Brenda has been traveling the world, curious about her family's past. Her sister, Tila, always told her that they were orphans and that she didn't know what had happened to their parents. Brenda is quite a bit younger than Tila, and far younger than Camula was. Everyone's younger than Camula. So surely that means their parents could still be around too as vampires, somewhere. Hopefully a place Brenda can eventually find them and have at least some sense of family left. She ended up involved in this conflict by coincidence, but considers it the perfect opportunity, as maybe she can ask Lee and the others for help. They know magic-y things. Magic-y things? They know magic things, so maybe they'd know how to find any relatives she has left. Maybe he meant to do magic-y. Who knows? Paul. Paul was mentally communing. Oh, yeah. Sorry, I was looking at something else with that. Okay, Paul was mentally communing with spirits within the spirit world before this, having been told of some sort of threat that had been causing trouble there recently. However, he felt his senses be thrown off by a wave of spiritual energy that was unleashed upon the world at the release of something extremely powerful. He rushed over and saw as the malicious spirits all gather together with their respective items. He plans to hold them off as much as he can while Lee and his family prepare the ritual needed to defeat the item's spirits. Brand new character incoming. Mystery. The spirit of the Millennium necklace. The spirit of the Millennium... I gotta say it twice. Mystery was unleashed by the failed ritual. After being stuck for many, many, many years, Mystery is a chaotic imp that Yami Justice saw as too dangerous to remain as part of conventional reality, as they could change it to their whim. However, they wanted if given enough time. Because of that, they were left stuck in the necklace, forced to assist its holders by providing visions of the future for them. Eventually, around the time the necklace was given to Lee, Mystery felt bored enough to start messing with him by making the visions useless or far too late to possibly help Lee. Now that we've seen that this whole time, now that they've been unleashed, they plan to have fun by spreading chaos all throughout the lands. And that is Legos 5. On to Jammy Jams 5. Yami Justice makes his triumphant return. Yami Justice was reawakened after sensing all of the spirits being reawakened. That's an oxymoron. He is now here to seal all the spirits back into their items and take them back with him into the afterlife. To be honest, he just wants to go back to sleep. He is happy to learn that the body he has grown so used to commandeering is now king of games. Way to rub it in, champ. Now time to seal these annoying spirits once and for all. Jordan, who has a new face as well. There she is. Jordan was asked by Justice to help try and seal away the evil spirits. She was helped by Justice and Mitch. She was helped by Justice and Mitch. You mean Mitchie? Oh, Mitchie. But it says Mitch on here. She was helped by Justice and Michi. And they made a brand new deck to help match her new racer lifestyle. She has a cool dual cycle and has been training and racing with Justice. She wants to be the fastest racer in all the lands. Well, good for her. Ruby saw Justice change into Yami Justice and was mesmerized, you mean? Okay. Saw Justice change into Yami Justice and was mesmerized. She wanted to know if she could help. Yami Justice said she could help and even improved her deck. She even sicked Gandora on one of the spirits and blew it up. Which one? I don't think any of the spirits would like that or allow it. Jared and Ryan, who have the same lore. Jared and Ryan came down to help with the evil spirits after Justice called them in for help. Jared seemed really happy to use his old deck again. I know, he's using Fright Furs again. And Ryan seems still eager to make Helena proud with his insect deck. And he has a strong insect deck. Bee Trooper's going to be strong. So that is our 25 duelists. Obviously, the spirit of the puzzle is Yami Justice. And yeah, we have all the spirits here because we have Yami Justice, the puzzle, Mystery, the necklace. I'm going in order. Max Eyes Restrict, the Eye and the Ring, Malachi the Scales, Chat Noir, the Rod. Wait. Are we missing one? The key! Shoddy has the key. That's right. Duh. Shoddy has the key, but I mean, he's willing to give it up. He doesn't matter. It doesn't matter to him. The key spirit is Shoddy. He's containing it. So it's no problem. So guys, I hope you enjoy the tournament. Remember to like, comment, subscribe on YouTube. The channel's name's Animanget. See you soon. Bye. And enjoy.